So 7 minutes should be able to just power straight through that. I'm sure we can get it. But anyway, so as Kevin said, I'm the founder, CEO of Mailprotector. We've been securing corporate, really small business, local government, and nonprofit email systems for over 20 years now. And for the past decade, we've been doing it exclusively through IT partners, which are primarily MSPs, like everybody here. Now, one thing that we know, if I can get my a little clicker here working, there we go. One thing that's pretty obvious, especially to this whole crew, which is why I love our community, is you can kind of dive into the tech and into the weeds pretty quickly. So we won't spend a lot of time here. But one thing we know is what the cybersecurity world looks like today, and it seems like everybody is a cybersecurity company. You know, you walk around events or wherever else, and it's like everybody's cybersecurity. Well, the reason is that today, every user, every endpoint, every device, every phone, every computer, every location, everything connected to the internet is another attack vector or another threat vector. And that's why you see so many cybersecurity companies. It's also why you see so much talk about tech stack and bloated tech stack. Well, the reason is because it is a really, really big problem. I think we all know that. But the actual cost of what's happening in the cybercrime world has become insane. I mean, I can remember, 10 years ago when we talked about it as a big problem, and we thought it was a big problem then. And then we look at where it is today, and it's just over the top because we're dealing with sophisticated agents. Now, there was some recent stats came out by the FBI that was really interesting. It was a ransomware stat that said that the dollar amount of ransomware being paid is going up, but the average payment on ransomware has gone down. And what that means is that you're seeing small and medium-sized businesses being hit harder and harder as enterprises are becoming less likely to pay and harder to breach and more hardened. Here's what we believe. After working with partners with MSPs for it was VARs at the time, but we're working with partners for 20 years and MSPs exclusively for a decade, is we believe that this problem can only be solved by the MSPs. When you look at the size and the scale of small and medium-sized business in our economy, from a numbers perspective and from an economic perspective, the MSP is the only industry, it's the only group, it's the only people that can solve this problem. So where does it start? Well, you saw the stats, and we've seen them. 90% of breaches, over 90%, start with email. It is the core foundation of any cybersecurity stack because it is where the vast majority of all your threats are coming from. So if you don't start with the right foundation, then you're always going to be playing catch up. So how do we answer that question? What have we been doing? So we provide a complete email security stack, a complete email platform that protects any device, 360, or sorry, any device, any platform, any host, whether it's still on-prem, and there's still a lot out there, whether it's 365, whether it's G Suite or Google Workspace now they call it, but whatever it is, we wrap around that platform with complete inbound security, outbound security, because you have to watch what's going out the door. You can't just lock the front door, with archiving, with continuity, and our kind of one of our signature products, our encryption product, which is absolutely the simplest, easiest to use, and most secure encryption product on the market. It's something that we rolled out about 4 years ago now to our partners. It provides end-to-end compliant encryption that literally you can deploy to your customers with a single click that requires virtually no training, no apps, no downloads, no plugins, so drastically reduces your support cost, but provides a secure, easy-to-use encryption solution for your customers. And one thing I want to show you real quick, because this is what it means when we say that we are MSP only and we're built for partners. Every message, every notice that one of your customers sends out, it's got a little like, hey, you interested in this? Do you like this? What we all see every day, one of those links. Well, when those links get clicked, those leads don't come back to us. Those leads go to you because they're your customers and they're your leads. Just talking to a partner a few weeks ago at an event, they got a lead from that link. They're now selling that company bracket encryption at many multiples of what they're paying us for it, and they have an MSP, or they have a proposal out to do a complete managed services for that organization. So that's what it means to be a partner-only company. all of that's wrapped into a complete console. We want your text to get in and out fast. The more you have to use it, the more margin you're burning. So we provide the tools to get in and out and make it as seamless and as easy to deploy as possible. Something that we're super excited about is something we just launched, which gives you the ability for your in-house, for your team, for your customers, and as much or more importantly for your prospects, to run an email security analysis score, or basically an email security vulnerability report. So you can walk into a potential customer, you can walk into a prospect, and literally in a period of about 2 minutes, run an email vulnerability assessment on them right there. We walk through a number of factors about their email security. You can see what's wrong. You can walk through with them how it can be fixed, how you, of course, can fix it. And it's another tool in your tool belt that helps you, one, demonstrate value to your existing customers, and two, to your prospects. This just launched a few weeks ago, and we're excited to announce as of actually a week or two ago, we have integrated this into our branding engine. So if you're a partner of ours and you already have your custom branding set up, all of your custom branding is automatically available on Radar. And this tool is for free at email.security. Just go to https://email.security and you can run your score. Check it out today. Don't do it right now because we have awesome, a lot more stuff coming up here. So I'm going to run through. We'll talk about some of this in our breakout. What we're really excited to announce coming in a few weeks is Shield, which is a zero trust email, and zero trust email, the first true zero trust email security product, taking the power of the gateway and the flexibility of the API to create a seamless user experience. So happy to show you all the great cool stuff and bells and whistles on Shield in our breakout room. I guess the last thing I'll say, well, so we get a little user experience there. The last thing I'll say is that, as I mentioned, 100% channel is not just how we go to market, it's how we think about everything we do. The channel has validated that. Hope that you will join us in our breakout room. I can't really talk Marvel, but if you want to talk Formula One, and we've got $150 MDF credit for new partners for joining us in our breakout room. Thanks, guys.